Hello, everybody. You can call me Hunch. Go Gators. Okay, here you go. Here's your proof that I'm a physical therapist. Today, I'm going to be talking about Render Token. Now, I don't talk a lot about altcoins, but I think this is an interesting one. Again, as always, do you need a token? I'm just going to stipulate that, right? I generally think that these token issues are used to fund a project, basically like an initial public offering of a company. I think they're generally illegal. Okay. That's my stipulation, and I just have to say I'm not a financial advisor, but basically I think they're using ERC20 or the Ethereum network to issue shares of a company, and they're calling it cryptocurrency, right? Subverting the law. Now, I'm not an expert. I know you're going to hate me for saying that, but I think that's the truth, and if you're in denial of that, I'm sorry. I'm open to listening to other arguments. Anyway, let's go dive on in. Okay, so if you don't know what the Render network is, I'm going to try to make it as easy as possible for you. Read that statement. Distributed GPU rendering on the blockchain. Okay, so what does that mean? Basically, everybody has a bunch of computers all over the world, and most of them are idle at some point in time, right? Say there's 100 million computers or GPUs in the world sitting idle, right? Or sitting around, right? And maybe 20% are going. So 20 million GPUs are actively being used for something. That is a whole lot of computing power, right? Not being used. And so this is basically, me saying this right now is destroying the entire proof of stake nonsense, baloney, environmental garbage, okay? Because if this ERC20 token is going to use idle GPUs, basically firing them up to render projects, the entire environmental argument against Bitcoin is complete nonsense, and it makes me want to hurl everywhere, right? So say you have 80 million idle GPUs, and then boom, you created a program that uses them to render images or movies or artwork for people all over the world. You've instantly destroyed your proof of stake argument, okay? It's complete garbage. Shut your mouth. I don't want to talk to you. Yes, sir. Okay, anyway, let's dive on into the next thing. So I went to the white paper, so you lazy bums don't have to, okay? So basically, a user goes, ooh, I got some tokens. I'm going to shoot them over to this dude or lady over here, and then they're going to render my job for me in 3D or the game or the virtual world, right? So, for example, if you own a large portion of Decentraland, I'm just coming up with an example, this could be wrong, and you want to render a theme park, right, constantly, and people pay to get in your virtual theme park, but you got to pay someone to render your theme park, right? Boom, you own the theme park, you shoot over your tokens to this dude who's going to render your theme park with a GPU, and you'll pay for that with your business model where people in the virtual world pay to get in your theme park. Okay, now I made that whole scenario up in my head, but basically that can happen at various different perspectives, right? It could be for the company Decentraland rendering the entire game itself, or on an individual level, or if you're doing individual art, right? I don't know exactly how they're going to use it, but I'm just using my creativity to try to explain to you how it may happen, right? Or say you work for an animation company like Disney, and you want to have a running saved model of your work so you can constantly replay it and look at it, right? You can pay with these tokens, use these idle GPUs using all the energy in the world, okay, which proof of stakers don't like, and then or proof of work people who are against proof of work don't like, right? And then you can render these images, okay? Now, why do I say this is just a token? I guarantee you could probably just do this with Ethereum or Bitcoin, right? But basically, they issue a token to fund the project, right? You don't need a token, right? It's like paying with Apple stock, right? You could pay with these tokens, or you could, like, in theory, you could go to an Apple store, pay for an iPhone with the Apple stock. I mean, it literally, I don't know how people understand this. Like, it racks my brain. It makes me really confused how this is the world we're moving to. But nonetheless, we're moving to this world. Okay, so marketing, network, third party, unforeseen roadblocks, and render phrases. Okay, so they issue all the tokens to everybody. They all get dumped on over the next 2 years, and then it builds its way back up, right? It's like an $800 billion market cap. Okay, so if you don't know, the website is this. Okay, so this is generally just an example, right? They're showing an image here. So my example is they're harnessing GPU power from across this distributed network to basically render in this imaging in real time or from the cloud, right? They pull it from the cloud and they render it up and instead of having like a centralized local location where they do that, which requires a lot of resource, a lot of investment, right? They pull it from everyone's GPU worldwide, and then the earth starts to heat and warm because people don't like proof of work. Do you see where I'm going with this? Nothing makes sense anymore. But the point is, nonetheless, I think this is a cool investment. I'm not going to do the chart. I just wanted to show you about it, right? Go dive into the charts. I'm going to try to avoid charts for a while until like the market settles out and Bitcoin gets back to an all-time high, because when Bitcoin goes down, the entire world is erratic. I mean, there's almost no point to charting, right? Because it's just like every chart is like on this declining wedge and then they shoot up, okay? If Bitcoin can sustain itself. So go around, look at the white paper. Everybody knows at this point, and if you don't, you probably aren't thinking that these are initial public offerings, okay? And this is probably illegal in some sense. Not that I like the SEC, not that I support the SEC, but this is probably an illegal token. That doesn't mean it's not a good investment. I'm not a financial advisor. I think it's a pretty cool concept, to be honest with you. And at the same time, it completely destroys the proof of stakers. I'm so environmentally friendly, except I'm going to harness every idle GPU on the face of the earth, which is complete nonsense. But okay, you could call me hunch. I think it's a cool investment. I might stack some. I don't know, but I just wanted to educate you guys on it and bring it to your awareness. You can call me hunch. Thank you for watching.